How is everyone? Let's see, I'm going to zoom out somehow, find it again. There we go. Thank you for coming, everyone. I have been working on these barons, and they are such a fun thing to use when you're smoothing, when you're putting papers together and you want to smooth them out versus a bone folder. It gives you a lot bigger surface to use. Oh, thank you, Susan. Let's see. Let me get them in the. There we go. I put up the 9 main styles, and I've got more of most of them. I was going to show you guys this one here. Believe it or not, was pink. The paper that I used on here, and when I put the triple thick on it, it turned it orange. Because before I put the triple thick on, I was thinking about putting this around the edge instead of the pretty bling, the shiny bling. And look at the difference. It matched perfectly. And then the triple thick changed it. I've noticed that on one of the other, this is my second round of making these. And the first round, I had a beautiful red and pink rose napkin, and it turned the red a funky color. I still think that color's pretty, but I was thinking it would be more pink. I hope everyone had a good weekend. It's been rainy in northeast Kansas. Hi, River. Hi, everyone. I see a lot of new faces. That makes me very happy. Oh, thank you for sharing, River. These are so glossy with that triple thick that you get a glare like you do, the plastic bags that I use, the resealable bags. So tell me if it's too much glare and I can situate it. These are, they were, what's the word? Created. The idea was created from Sheila Ginrich. She is from, did you? Oh, good. Yeah, I love them. With Boho Daydreams. She's the one that came up with this idea. And what the main purpose of it is is that you use it to like if you like when I made these, I put the piece of paper on the back, and I could use this to do the pushing down to make sure everything's adhered and the extra glue is squeezed out. Very much the same as what we do with a bone folder, only this gives you a much wider space instead of a thinner bone folder like this. I agree. Now my first round, some of the knobs I had trouble getting adhered. So I did it a little different this time, and most of them I have a piece of lace or some type of material on there. And what I did was these have at least 3 coats of triple thick on them. That's why you get that beautiful sheen. And then while that last coat was wet, I put this piece, oh, sorry for my voice, this piece of lace on there and pushed it down real well to make sure it was stuck. And then I let that dry. Then I came in with B7000. I don't know if you've heard of B7000. It's more of like a, according to Paper Swan, she says it's more like a jewelry instead of the other, the E6000. Sorry, it's E7000. And then I glued them down, and they have a really good contact. And I did the same. Some of these I couldn't, well, I did put a little one on here, but if it had Paris or something, fun like that, I tried to keep from covering it. But I put a little piece on that one and you could still see Paris. I think, oh, here's one. This one I didn't put anything under it because I didn't want to lose a lot of the butterfly. So I let it dry and then I used the E7000 and um, put that on there. Well, I have been going crazy like a madwoman this last week. I didn't do a show last Monday. Hi, Patricia. The idea of these is to use them like, like when I put this piece of paper on here with the glue, and I use that to smooth it out and make sure it's, pressed down, kind of like in place of a bone folder. If you use those, you'll understand this is a wider space because of this, and it's slick and smooth. So yeah, Sheila, oh, just did. These are furniture floor protectors, if you can believe it. And Sheila Ginrich is the one, she's from Boho Daydreams. She has tons of um, videos on these that she makes, and she's the one that created this idea. This is a furniture floor protector, like I said. They all come, the cushion under this is black when you buy them. So the first thing you have to do is put 2 coats of white gesso or acrylic paint on there to make them white, because you put a very thin napkin over the top, and if it was black, it wouldn't be as pretty. So you put the 2 coats of that on, excuse me, then you use the gesso or some adhesion paint to the top, and then you lay your napkin on, and you make it just big enough to go over the edges and down into this little, I was going to call it a gully, down into this little space. And then you start the coats of triple thick. So I put 2 coats of triple thick on the top first and let them dry in between. Then I came in with the bling. And this is what one of the blings look like. This is one of them. And I bought all this bling from uh, Sheila. What I found this time is that I could bend this up like this and put it down in there. This one doesn't show as well. Here's a good one that shows. And you've got that little area coming out the side. So you've got all your bling that you can see, and then you've got that pretty little extra area down below. So this is what you use, the triple thick to adhere this. So you put it all the way around the edge and over the top again, and then you put it in there and you use quite a few pins. If you saw my picture or my little video, you saw a lot of them still in the um, straight pin stage. And then you let that dry. And you, well, and in that, and then when I do another coat of triple thick, then I put the piece of lace here, let that dry, and then add the beautiful doorknob, cabinet knob. And you can do it like this, or I think, I'm trying to remember, or I might do it like this, I don't know. The handle is on there with, I think, isn't it B7000? Yeah, here it is. B7000. And I had a little bit of trouble with the first batch I made. This is the second batch. And I wanted to make sure I had those handles down really well. Sheila put them on when she put the lace. Then she added the B, or what I think she used 6,000 and put them in. And mine just didn't feel as sturdy. So I just waited and used that for a separate stage or step in these. So yeah, you can just do this and rub out the glue, use this to smooth it. And it's so fun. The last time I made this batch, when I was selling the last of the ones I had, uh, I don't know if you guys know Sheriff Steve here on Whatnot, but he was in the show and he called them fancy hoity-toity paper smoothers. And we've just gotten a kick out of that. So I have got to, I knew I had to get some more made. They're time consuming, as you can imagine, with all the steps, but I got a new batch made. So Sheila from Boho Daydreams is the one who gets credit for the idea. And anyone who bought them, most of the people told me how much they love them. And so the jewels are pretty much even with the top. And you just do this to for your crafting. And this plastic just glides like butter over everything. It's really nice. So are you guys ready to get some of these, or do we want to wait a little bit? I can show you some other stuff. All right, Patricia. Oh, I have pinned. I finally got with the groove here and made a listing so that you can bookmark that listing so that then you get notified when I go live. I'm finally getting with it. All right, so let me get these pulled up. And I'll get it going. I'll do it for 15 seconds. And you would have, hi, Rhea. You'll have your choice of one. And I can put, as we go through them, I can add more. Rhea, which one would you like? I suppose the one on the towel. This one. Okay. That's what I was thinking. Now you'll notice, I'll show you the difference. There's not much difference in the bling because they were all the perfect height to slip down in there with that little extra popping up, you know. But I'll show you the slight difference. Let's see if I have, there's two different golds. Yeah, here's one of them. Yeah, this one has a double row of jewels, and this one has the single row. This is such a beautiful napkin, guys. I need to find something smaller to put on there. And then here, this is silver. I thought that silver has just looked beautiful with these napkins that have the gray in it. And I did it with this one. I only had enough for one, and this is a bee with a crown, and I did the silver on that one too. All right, let's run it again. This is a beautiful napkin. And then the pinks actually stayed pink on this one. The right here, these are either like this is a little, look, this is what this one is. It's a little piece of bling, and that's glued, or that's triple thick down there, so it's completely stuck. And then you've got the cabinet knob. Is that, did I answer what you were looking for? Patricia, big blue butterfly with blue knob. This one right here. I have several of these beautiful blue butterflies. Look at that. The napkins I found for these things was crazy. I can show you a couple other options. There's this one. And then I thought this one was interesting. Whoop, I got to turn it the right way. Yeah, here's the Eiffel Tower with a little bit of the blue butterfly wing. Do either of those change your mind, or do you want to go with this one? Oh, thank you, Regina. Okay. Did I say Regina? I'm sorry. Patricia. Can't remember. I held off making them for quite a while. I held off quite a while because they are time consuming. But I'm so glad I finally had the burst to make some more because they're just simply a lot of fun. Let's run it again. I'd have to say this one is one of my favorites with the Paris right there. Mama, hello. Thank you for being here. Oh, Rhea, it's it's a lot. And I didn't think, Mama, you just tell me which one you'd like. I didn't think I was going to have enough triple thick. So I ordered more from Amazon, And I did have enough triple thick. So now, one with dark red on the right. This one. See, this is the same napkin. And that's how many beautiful different ways I could place the napkin on this disc. They were a lot of fun. All right, Mama, thank you. Yeah, Rhea, and I have found it's so weird with triple thick. If you just put in triple thick and buy one jar, it's astronomical. And somehow, with my previous purchases of triple thick, because I used triple thick for paper beads a couple years ago, also, if I go to the one where I purchased before, it'll pull up a 2-pack and it's much cheaper. Well, this time it wasn't, but I found a triple pack. And now I've got 3 jars of triple thick. So I had thought if anyone needs a jar of triple thick, I'll give you the price I paid for it, which is better than buying just a single jar. I'll put this one. Let's see. Let's get another Paris one. I actually have another one that's double. If any of you that have purchased one see one you like better, you just tell me because I'll switch them for you. I don't, and this is from the same napkin also, but it has more of the, I think it goes this way. It has more of the black flower and some stamps on the side. All right, let's run it again. Hi, Jilly. So yeah, that, I think I still had more in that one jar when I started these. So one jar, I made 32. You get 16 furniture sliders in a box, and I bought 2 boxes, and I was able to front middle. I know. Oh, I love this one. And look how the red stayed. See this one? I was telling him that this one, in case you guys weren't here, I thought I kept a piece of paper out, the piece of stuff out to show you. This was bright pink, the flowers on this napkin. Well, it was actually a piece of oh, what do you call that? Oh, can't think of the name. Okay. Oh, oh, this one. Thank you, Ria. Yeah, that one really speaks to me for some reason. I'm going to make some more like that when I decide I want to make some more. Of course, I like anything French and Paris. That's why I have more of these with the red flowers and the, um, well, this one isn't that, but because they were popular last time. But I found this napkin and fell in love. Thank you so much, Jilly. Oh, well, this, um, let me find one. I would have to say these are some of my favorite, where it has Paris and the red flowers. But I love the one that Jilly just got, and I love this one where it has Paris down here at the bottom and it's all the blue butterfly napkin. Oh, here's another one. Look at this. It has the Eiffel Tower, and I have Paris down here with part of the blue butterfly up there. There's just, it's just so fun to lay the napkins around and find the best areas. Now, this one, I was going to show you this. This napkin, it's a wrangled mess because I um, put it in the trash. And then I fell in love so much with this on there that I pulled it back out of the trash and looked high and low for more of these napkins. And I wanted to show you something if you can see it. See on this napkin, I was telling you how the triple thick will change some things. This has some gold gilding. And look what the triple thick did. Where you see this light green, that's where that gilding was. I don't have very many napkins change like that, but that one, I had two this time. Here is one with the bird. I was just going to show you. I forgot, and I didn't set him out. So let's put this one here. Thank you, River. This time I tried to just have the frame of mind that this is going to take a while. Just chill and enjoy the process. I don't know how Sheila makes as many as she does. And hers are way more blinged out than mine are. But I don't think I'd have the patience to add the extra bling that she adds. And I didn't use any bling this time that came up over the edge because then you have to pin down every section of those that go up over the edge in order to get, those pieces to stick. Okay, run it again. And like I said, if before I start an auction, if you guys see one that I've shown that you like better than the one you picked out, you just let me know and we can swap it. Because right now, you're going to get the full choice. Patricia, she's getting another one. Which one would you like? The bird. Perfect. Yeah, it's a pretty one. Thank you very much. And wouldn't these be marvelous? I just thought of this. Marvelous gifts for Christmas or your sister? Yes. Oh, thank you, Ria. I think so too because I just didn't think I'd have the patience to add a ton of bling. You got to cut all the little pieces, then you got to get them all glued down. I'm I'm good to have the patience I need to make them like this. All right, it's running again. Yeah, really fun. Yeah, and they're in the under $25 range for a Secret Santa or something like that. Laurel, Lori, that's what I'll say. Thank you, thank you. Yes, I have to put tons of pins in just around here. You would like to see the blue butterfly. This one? I'm guessing. If that's not right, you let me know. Oh, we got a cobweb of the glue on there. I call it, like how, oh, why are my words evading me today? It's the strings we get with hot glue. That's what I was at. Lori, you got it. I knew I knew the blue butterfly would be popular. Last time the purple butterfly was, but I didn't have as many. But then when I found this blue one and it was French with the Eiffel Tower and all of that, I got to make extras of these. Right. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's see what other blue butterfly I have. Oh, I got a couple more. Okay, so here's this one with the Eiffel Tower, and you got your butterfly coming up over that way. This is kind of the same, actually. A little bit more of the butterfly. Oh, really, Rhea? Oh, I would love to see. And this one is like this one, where it has Paris and you got the beautiful gray butterfly. This one shows a little bit more of the white part of this flower and then the butterfly wing. So everything with a blue butterfly is out. I got a ton from Pearl Brown when she was destashing. Oh, I don't know Pearl Brown. Be creative. Hi. Good morning. May I see pink closer? This, these are the two prominent pinks. I'll show you this one first. Oh, be creative. I loved all that. Love all that elastic I bought from you. Both of these have that pink. It's like material. Where'd I see? It's like a woven thing with sequins, and I didn't put any triple thick on top of this, so you still get the shimmer of the oop of the sequin that is on there. That's what I thought. I can't remember where I got these, but when I was really digging in to find good ones to put, down under the cabinet knob, I found these and I'm like, oh my gosh, I think those would work perfect. I didn't stay up till 4 a.m. last night, Yvonne. Who was up late? Because we were in Renee's show last night and you had mentioned that you had been up late, Rhea. All right, want to run it again? Okay. So, yeah, these, you need to remember the name Fancy Hoity Toity Paper Smoother is what Sheriff Steve has named them. Which one would you like? I didn't ever know that your name was Yvonne. Be creative with. That's nice to know. And I changed my name, so I'm trying to work hard so that everyone can still find me. All right. Evie, did I say that right? Evie, I love that. I've got so much of your beautiful elastic. I'm trying to figure out how to um, Victorian. I would have to say most, this would be probably the most Victorian. Rest of them are more French, Paris. This is the napkin it came from. And I wonder why Triple Thick wouldn't keep that gold. Okay, you got it. But I searched high and low for these napkins because I loved how these came out. I need to look for more Victorian napkins, don't I? Great idea, Bee. Yes, yes, yes. So yeah, I looked high and low and I finally found them. I asked Chat GPT. I've gotten hooked on Chat GPT lately. You can see where I cut out that. And even asked Chat GPT to find them, find the napkins, and they couldn't. So I did some more searching, and finally, I think I'm getting 32 more napkins of that. Welcome in. I'm running this again. Hi, Paper. We are looking at Barons. Oh, Michelle in Omaha. Hi. Welcome in, everyone. Michelle in Omaha. Which one would you like? Yes. Paper, did you get one the last time? Oh, perfect, B. Yeah. Yeah, because you don't have to hold the bone. Where'd my bone folder go? Well, crapola. You don't have to hold the on the right. This one? Whoop. Now I'm third row on the right. This one. Perfect. Thank you, Michelle. That is so true, B. Because a bone folder you have to hold pretty tight. I don't know. Oh, here it is. You have to hold it pretty tight like this and these you can do more of this. So I know, Rhea. All right, Michelle. I'm yakking and I got to get your name on the bag. I'm so glad you guys like them. That's what motivates me to make more, you know? Because just to sit here and do them, but then when they're done, it's like, oh my God, that time was worth it. Okay, here's the one with the Eiffel Tower and has Paris down here. Got a lot of blue butterflies up here. This napkin this one has, you can see PAR and then IS is under the knob. I can't remember who asked me what my favorites were, but I am leaning towards the blue butterfly gray napkins. Oh, thank you, Patricia. And on this one, you can kind of still see the, yeah, right there. You can kind of see the little ups and downs. Well, if you look at a napkin, I haven't looked at napkins close until I started making these. The edges all have that. But this particular napkin, the whole napkin was like that. And I thought, well, that's kind of cool. So I put an extra coat on this one, but it still shows those little grooves. those little bumpy things. Okay, let's see if we got some more. Here is another one that was supposed to be pink flowers and they turned orange with the triple thick, but I think it's still beautiful. Whoop. And then here is another one, like, was that the one B got? Yeah, was this one? This napkin. Here is another version. There's a little bit of staining, I think, because this is an old, it was an old piece of lace. So you'll see that. Okay, so here we go. They're running. Yeah, the end result is stunning, isn't it? It's such a great idea that Susan, I actually got a pop-up that said you made a first purchase. Thank you. I don't always get that, but I also didn't recognize your name, so I knew you were new to my shows. Thank you. Pink in the back. This one, I'm guessing. Oh, good. Oh, Renee, Gina, Paper Swan. Yes. I'm so glad you found me. Plus, I changed my name. I was Pam Gree, GRE 16550. And I've been selling for almost like a year and a half. And I kept reading that I had to not have any sales and I had to have not made any purchases, or all the sales and all the purchases had to be completely complete before I could change my name. And I'm like, that'll never happen because I am so addicted to buying on here, let alone having a daily show or a weekly show. But I went in, and do you know they let me change it even with outstanding things? And I'm wondering if it's not because I've been selling long enough they could trust me in changing my name. Hell if I know. Well, anyway, welcome, Susan, and thank you. And I even bought the perfect size little box for those, if that's the only thing you purchase. All right. We want to see some more? Oh, let's run it. Susan. I love it when I see you guys buying two because I just think you either want more than one for yourself, which I have more than one, or you're going to give one as a gift. I need silver vellum too. Yeah, I did that after the last show. Christmas gift. I mean, I think that is perfect for a crafter. Okay, you said number one. This one? Pink. This one? Perfect. Let's see. Where'd I put your bag, Susan? Here we go. Oh, yeah. Those, well, any of them are good choices, aren't they? So my next round, I'll make more with the napkin the one that you just bought. Okay. See if anyone else for now wants one. So yeah, A Christmas, even a birthday gift. Christmas done for my journal friend. Yay! Yeah. Is it I brew or L brew? Welcome, welcome. Which one can I get you? I don't think you've gotten one. I guess I could put this one back out. I thought somebody might like a bumblebee. Laura. Elora. Okay. Third row right. This one? Perfect. Thank you so much. So yeah, if any of you feel so inclined to make some of these, I have some extra triple thick brand new jars. I don't know how long triple thick stays good. If I could make 32 with one jar and I have 3 jars, I got plenty, don't I? But I'm a stickler on finding the best price possible. I guess who isn't, you know? And if it means buying more than one to get a better price, that's what I do. I don't know. That doesn't make sense sometimes. Yay! Well, I'll just keep going on these until someone or until no one bids, and then we can look at some other stuff and can always come back to these. I know it's crazy how my mind works that um, I need the best price, even if it means buying 100 of something. Regina, you are so right. Now that yeah, you're right. Let's see. It's amazing. If you keep looking, you can find significant savings and amazing trends to see what you want, and we'll drop the price. Yeah, one with B. Patricia. She's a little simpler, but look at that beautiful silver trim. Do you guys like the silver or do you like the gold better? Or does it matter? So, yeah, most of them have the double row of bling. Oh, good. Yeah. And they just glisten between the knob and the triple thick and the bling here. It's like, oh my God. Patricia, that's your third one. Thank you. You're going to have some happy friends with this one. You're very welcome. Thank you. Okay. I was hoping for a nice, um, oh, I didn't put one of these back up. I was hoping for a nice, you know, interest in these, but you guys have blown me away with interest. Thank you. I think I'm going to be ordering some more floor protectors, especially coming into the holiday season, huh? Oh, goodness. And that's the other thing. I love to shop early for Christmas. Okay, let's run it. I love to shop early for Christmas so that I can get it all done before the rush, but it usually still lasts close to Christmas because my grandchildren will think of something else or I need something else for them and they finally give me an idea and I'm seriously considering money this year, at least for my adult children. Oh, thank you so much, everyone, for your overwhelming positive response to these. It truly means the world to me. I sure can. Anybody need me to show any? Let's see, I've got. I was trying to. Can't remember what the name of that. Now I got to remember how to pronounce your name. Dang it. Ellie. Was it something Ellie? Which one would you like? Third row, right one. This one. I should have brought that out sooner. And I have one more of those in case. Let's see. Otherwise, that is the variety. All right. Yes, I agree, Rhea. Oh man, I watch my email like a hawk. Um, for the holidays because I'll get notifications of something on sale. I think it's blackfriday.com, and they send out emails showing best prices and all that. Oh, and then I go to websites like for my son and my two son-in-laws, if they're wanting, manly hunting kind of stuff, you go into a website and sign up, you get a discount. So I even do that to get some off of whatever they want. All right, let's get this one in your bag. Beautiful. Okay, so I have a question for you ladies since you are enjoying these. Do you think manly hunting thinks? Yes. Oh, in the fancy grills I have found really nice things within my price range watching all that. Yeah, manly hunting things. Oh, because I'm trying to think of the name of the damn store. Everything, all my memory is evading me. What's the great big hunting store? Ah, I hate that I can't. Cabela's. Yes, that's the one I was thinking of. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Maria got red chatted for saying Dick's, even though that's a dang store. Yes. Okay, so I have a question. Would there be interest in any of these that were Christmas, like using Christmas napkins? Or do you like this kind of, you know, oh, look that's, year round? That's what I'm trying to say. Although I am going to look for some more that are more vintage than just Paris and French. All right. Well, oh, thank you. I'm so glad you like them. I've been showing this to use the paper smoother on, so I'll show you. I'll explain what these are. I took hanging file folders and cut them down. I think it's 4 inches. I got rid of my mat underneath here. I know. Scudder Bear, hi. So I use these green hanging file folders, cut them down to 4 inches. And then I had this beautiful, I think, Rhea, you told me the name last time, English Tea Party, right? It's a digital from Paper Phenomenon, and wrapped them around. And then added one of their solids to the back. And what, I haven't even done it yet, but I've made them. I remembered English Tea Party, but I can't remember Cabela's. And I'm going to hang these in a hanging file folder and hang my most used laces and trims over them. Oh, let me get this trim here. I just loved that. Hang it like this. Now, see, who knows? Is it going to stay? It will. If you have it, I tested it. If you have it folded up right. Because I am not great at putting my laces back neatly. And I thought if I had a place where I could just hang it, like this, it would be easy to grab, easy to see, and all that. I'll run one and just see if anyone would like any. I still have some. And I'll show you the options. Whoop. Can you guys see them well enough? Look at this fancy teacups. So this is just an assortment. This one has some blue in it. And I think it was saying April showers. But starting in July, I completely tore apart my craft room after the 4th of July because I had to do something different. And as I was sorting things into piles and emptying things, I had a portable hanging file folder also. And I thought that'd be perfect for my favorite. And I could fill it up. Plus, I saw this on Instagram. And just between the two things, I just thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to try that and just see if I like that. So let me get those pulled up. Why is it not? Oh, because I did a search. Uh, Pin, start auction, and we're off. And I like organizing that's one of your hobbies. I wish I had a portion of your liking of organizing. I have a stumbling block when I try to figure out where the heck to put small things. I can figure out where to put bigger things, but how to organize all this little stuff we use, in crafting. I'm just like, oh. It's a it's a headache for me. So, as you can imagine, I have all the big stuff pretty much put away. Okay, I gotta move these Barons that you guys bought real quick so that I can show you some other goodies. Are you hearing how many packages I'm moving? Oh, thank you all so much. Okay, those are safe and put away. Let's look at this. This, I'll give you an overview real quick. This one, yeah, I did it a little bit different, Rhea, and anyone else that was here 2 weeks ago. I didn't have silver yet. I still have the pack of all gold. This, the all gold, and this one with the dark blue are the same invoices, just in different colors. And then I made this pack that has, it doesn't, yeah, it doesn't have the dark blue, if I've got the right pack. I made a pack with 2 silver, 2 gold, 2 pink, and 2 blue. Yeah, that's not the right pack. I can find it. The problem is, I usually give everything a different number so I can find it easier. And of course, I didn't with these for some reason. Is this the one? Okay, but what I'm trying to let you guys know is the silver and the set that has silver and gold in it are different invoices. I'm hoping that makes sense. Well, what the heck? Well, I'll just show it this way. Well, I wasn't as prepared as I should have been, was I? What has the dark blue? What the heck did I do? Thank you for answering, Rhea. Yes, they function like a bone folder, only a lot larger space. Well, I'm sorry, guys. Okay, these, let's just start here. So I've got the gold shimmer invoices, and it's really hard to see the shimmer, but this vellum is gorgeous in person. This is gold, and this is silver. And what I have in here are 8 invoices that I have in my collection printed. Oh, good, Rhea. Good, good. That are, do I have all of the vellum in by now? Maybe I do. And you got 8 different invoices. So I need to start over. There's silver, all silver in a set of invoices. There's all gold in a set of invoices. Then there's a set that has pink. This is all vellum. It's a nice weight of vellum also. So you've got that. I think I put in the description the ones that are, okay. I made these a week and a half ago. See, and now I'm fumbling on what I got. So there's two pink, two blue, two dark blue, and two gold in this set. And Rhea, I tried, I think it was you that told me you can print white. Oh, I worked on trying to figure that out and it didn't work. This is supposed to be a baby blue, but it's more like a really pretty light green. So these are all French invoices that I have owned or own and scan. I scan all pretty much all of my French stuff. And then I love to use it to print out pieces. And that way they're more affordable if you don't want to pay the high price of French, authentic French stuff. I've got tons of things that are scanned um, from those, authentic pieces. And so I pulled in these invoices and put them on vellum. I had seen this last fall, closer to winter actually, and a gal had done this, and I'm just getting to it. I don't know where all my choices went. You finally figured out Canva? River, that's what. Oh, ladies, I have, I, it took a bit. I mean, I had trouble even just figuring out how to create the first page, and I still don't know if I do it the right way. And I'm now finally figuring out how to label, the file so that I can find it quicker. So I've learned most of that from all of my Victorian ladies that I've cut out. Well, I'm not showing off this vellum very well because I'm a ding dong and didn't have it organized very well. Here are the Victorian ladies in case you haven't seen those. I learned most of Canva and even a lot of Photoshop. I have Photoshop elements, not the full Photoshop. That's how I've learned what I learned from doing these because I scan them and then I remove the background and I do that in Canva and tweak it in Canva because they never remove 100% of the background, so you have to tweak it sometimes a lot. And then I put them in my cutting machine file thing. Oh, I'm struggling this morning, and I cut them out. And I have tried almost every cutting machine, and for print and cut, the Caesar Juliet is the best I have used. And that's what I use for all of these. You can't like the scan and cut, you could have cut, you could have, like a piece of hard copy scrapbook and you can scan it and cut it out. But this Caesar Juliet for digitals is phenomenal. I rarely have a um, error with the cutting of the edges and all that. And I don't think it's any more expensive than like I'd have to, don't quote me on that, but I don't think it's any more expensive than like a Cricut maker. You have the Cricut Air too? Yep, that's an older thing, isn't it? So yeah, I have the Cricut Maker and the Caesar Juliet. I bought a scan and cut and I hated it because it did not. I always had to mess with every scan. And then they say, well, draw black lines so it can see the lines. And I'm like, I'm not doing that because I don't make straight lines freehand and I don't want to take the time to do it. So I found out about the Caesar Juliet from actually Rhea from Kathy. Her assistant started using it, and that's how I heard about it. Well, I'm telling you what, it's been the best cutting machine I have ever had. The Cricut Maker I always loved, but print and cut with the Cricut Maker isn't good. Now, I say that, but I haven't looked at it for quite like over a year. So I don't know what it does now. The last time I looked at it, it was going to, whoop, got to spell vellum right. I'm going to see if I can help sort some of this out. Okay, so yes, I have two listings, and each listing is different invoices. There's 214 and 219. 214 will be one set of invoices no matter what the color of vellum. 219 will be a whole different set of invoices in four different combinations. And you can go in, oh, three options, sorry. You can go in the buy now and choose if you want a four color set, just gold shimmer, or just silver shimmer. And the second set, the 219, will be the four colors that will not have the dark blue. I put the description in there. It will not have the dark blue. It'll have silver instead. I should have looked at this before I started talking about it. Goodness sakes. Let me know if that doesn't make sense. Now, the silhouette, because I was such a Cricut user, I bought a silhouette and was going to see if I could figure it out. Because I heard the software was, that's the word I was looking for earlier, because I heard the software was much better, easier than Cricut. Well, I held on to it for over a year, I think, and didn't even pull it out of the box, so I sold it. And then I sold my scan and cut, I think, on Whatnot. Oh, you just bought the software. Can you use that then with the Cricut machine? Okay. Do you know what I love with the Caesar Juliet? Like with the scan and cut, you have to use their cutting mats. And I'm guessing with Cricut, you have to use their cutting mats. With the Caesar Juliet, you can use any cutting mat. I had tons of Cricut mats, and that's what I use in the Caesar Juliet, and I thought that was pretty cool. This summer, my daughter had a garage sale, and she used to do a lot of cutting of vinyl, and she had a whole stack of cricket mats. And do you know, with the Victorian ladies and gents that I make, I've been through all of her partially used ones. It takes a lot. Okay, I wanted to show you these butterflies. If you need more explanation on the vellum, please let me know. I didn't do so hot. I'm trying to find the birds. These, making these die cuts, scanning them and cutting them out, have been so much fun for me, and I don't know why. But I love making these images into die cuts. I'll put that one there for now. So here's a bird set that I had a couple weeks ago. And these are all from vintage. They're and they're and with the Caesar Juliet, do you have to first print it with resist? Yes. It doesn't have a scan and cut capability. So it works just with basically digitals. So yes, you have to, like when I get all of these backgrounds removed and bring them over to get them ready to cut, I have to open up the Caesar Juliet software and then, place them on the mat just like you would do with a Cricut. And then you print it and get the registration marks and then do your cutting. Maritza, I don't think I saw you come in. Welcome. Welcome anyone that I've missed. So these are little vintage birds. These are in the buy now. I think they're number two. Yeah, they are number 259. And then I'll show you the butterflies. Those are the newest. I haven't seen you around for quite a while. I hope everything is well with you. There's a bunch of them. In this pack, of all the birds I did, in this pack, I picked the brightest colors. Oh, I know. I'm so glad you did too. Oh, I'm glad you like River. I am actually doing well. I took time off like mid-July. What was it? To the end of July. I took time off because I have a huge 4th of July party. Our fireworks display is has been voted best in Kansas, number 1 in Kansas. And I bought a house 5 years ago across the street from the fireworks because that's how much I love 4th of July. And I have a huge party. And what I love is, because this is number 259 and it is in the buy now. And what I love is all 3 of my kids graduated from Wamego. And a lot of the class reunions around the 4th of July. And so we have this big party, and so many of their friends will come in, not only because of a class reunion, but because of Wamego's fireworks. Look at these butterflies. I'm telling you what, there was a little delay in them because getting these, I was going to call them whiskers, getting these antennas to not be too fragile was a pain in the you know what, but I got it. And I just think these colors are phenomenal. When I print, I have a Epson ET8550, and when I print on Epson presentation paper, or the high quality presentation type paper from Red River, the colors that this printer is just awesome. B, if you're still here, I think I heard you say you have the Epson ET8550 also. Look at this one. It has leaves for antennas. And I think I already showed you the orange one. 3 weeks ago, I had made a bunch of these. These are the same butterflies. Yeah, here's the little one. Here's the big one. And what I did was put a French um, perfume bottle for their body. I have one of these left if anyone's interested in the orange one. And because of the antennas, it took me a while. I got to get my check. Yeah, the color that that printer creates, I just think is phenomenal. Look at this pastel one. So the butterflies are numbered 263 in the buy now. I love this one too. There's a bunch in one pack. It does print slow, B. I agree with that. Especially, and I imagine you're the same way. I always do high quality print. And yes, it is slow. Yeah. But that's how you get these beautiful colors, I guess. And see how that one looks like it's softer? That's the way the image. Look at this crazy butterfly. But it's like a softer look. Anyway, there are tons of cool butterflies in here. That very well could be, Rhea, because you're trying to. What the heck is going on with him? Oh, there. How did he have three antennas? And this one. So I put a lot of my stuff in the buy now because when I started really making a lot of these Victorian dolls, die cuts, um, I had a request to have them in the buy now so that they could come and get some anytime. So that's why you'll see those in there. Okay, so there I see it. We saw the birds and the butterflies. Oh, that's just another pack of butterflies. I'll show you a pack of, in case you haven't seen my Victorian ladies, I'll show you a set. They, every set, I was considering buying a color laser printer, but none offer photo quality prints. Oh, okay. Well, oh, and I forgot to tell you guys, these on the vellum are a laser printed, and the difference in speed is crazy. But I didn't want to spend the cost of color laser yet because they're a lot more expensive than the black. So I thought, I'm just going to try black for now. And even with it though, guys, I've had pages the ones that are in these packs should be clean. But I get smudges of the toner. I've had smudges, little smudges on the back. I've had them on the end, and that kind of irritates me, you know. So these ladies, I get, I have bought uh, my first set of ladies. I bought lithograph prints, hand painted prints from France when I was purchasing more France stuff. Yes, I do, Maritza. I have got a bunch, and you won't believe what is on hold getting ready to come out. Yes, borderless, you're right. The nice thing, I've finally come to the conclusion with the Epson ET8550, and I don't know how many of their other printers, um, you can change out the maintenance box. I have been through 3 wide format printers, and one reason was because I didn't buy a warranty, and printers are not made to last like they used to be. And on some printers, you cannot change out the maintenance box. And the maintenance box is important because when you do a cleaning on a printer, the extra ink goes into the maintenance box. When you print borderless, there's overspray and that goes into the maintenance box. Sorry, I had to get a drink. My throat was drying up on me. And I don't feel, I used to not print borderless at all, but once I have figured all this out, I'm going to do more borderless because I can change out that maintenance box and not have to get a new printer. So I I retired 7 years ago, and I have learned more about printers than one person needs to know. Yeah, I've had mine a year and a half, and I've already changed it out once. But I do a ton of printing. Well, you think about each, yeah, you think about all of these ladies I've done, and I can only get 3 to 4 ladies on a page. And so, and if I want to make, say, 5 sets of this one, that's 5, 10, 15 pages just to do that set or whatever it is. And if you look in my buy now, you'll see I have a lot of sets. So, yeah, I do a lot of printing. And I'm so glad and so happy with this machine right now, with a printer, I should say. So anyway, I buy I bought those French hand painted lithographs, and I scanned them and originally made them into 8.5 by 11 to be used in scrapbook or scrapbooks and junk journals. Well, then I found a guy on Whatnot who sells, I can't think of his name, of course, covers of French theater magazines. And that's how I came up with the French lady or the theater ladies. These were the ladies from my first, these are the actual French lithographs. These were my first set. I have 3 or first sets. Then I've got, here are the, well, she's not the pretty one. Some of the French theater ladies are kind of, oh, here we go. This one's better. And then I have 2 sets of the theater ladies. And then, and then I found a contact or a connection in France, and I had been buying French checks from her. Oh, thank you. I had been buying French checks and French letters from her, and she didn't have any La Mode Illustre in her Etsy shop. So I emailed or I messaged her, and I said, "You wouldn't happen to have La Mode magazines, would you?" And she goes, "As a matter of fact, I do, but they're older and they're black and white." And do you know that sweet gal gave me a really nice price? And I bought 22 French La Mode magazines. Well, most were La Mode. Some were Harper's. And I went through every one of these magazines and scanned. It took me a week just to get everything scanned out of those magazines. I'm selling these now if anyone um, would like some of those. And I started by scanning the ladies. And then I thought, wait a minute, some of the children are, oh, Maritza. And I can't tell you why I have patience with that. Isn't it funny how we think we have, oh, Ink and Ledger, hi. Isn't it funny how something similar to something else you don't have any patience for, but that other thing you do? I don't know what makes that happen. So I went through and I saw these children and I thought, I need to scan those. And then I went through and look at these accessories. And then I went back and went through and scanned all of the accessories. I won't show them all, but I'll give you a little peek. This is a set that is in the buy now. It is set 249. And I can't remember. I think there's 27 pieces in here. Look at that purse. And someone enlightened me. I was calling these trash cans. Oh, Ink and Ledger, they're ready. Are they are there any in the buy now or are they gone? Because I can add some more. Yes, I was calling them trash cans. Are you, Maritza? Oh, do I have them in the auction? Oh, shit. Oh, sorry. Excuse my French. I thought they were in the buy now. I forgot I put them as an auction for the first ones. Okay, let me get them up. Sorry about that. Let's get those up. Birds, let's do those in the auction. Why aren't they there? Uh, are the birds not even listed? I don't get them to come up on the iPhone. Okay, there's the birds. $2.59. Pin. Start auction. Okay. The set of birds are running. Yeah, he could let her. Oh, Lordy. Now let's go to butterflies. They are 263. I tell you can do all the prep in the world, and then you still go, ugh. Okay, birds are running, or butterflies are running. This beautiful set of bird or butterflies. Good grief. There's 30 butterflies in this pack. Yeah, I'm definitely more than human. Oh, Melson, hi. Welcome, everyone. I mean that so much, and I don't say it often enough, but I am so happy all of you are here. Maritza, you got it. Let's run it again, see if anyone else would like a pack of butterflies. Or, yeah. Ooh, I said it right. Oh, Lord help me. Michelle in Omaha, yay. Every time I see Michelle in Omaha, I feel it just gives me a nice homey feel because I'm in Kansas and she's in Nebraska. I can't explain it. Let's run it again. Anyone else want some butterflies? If you didn't see them, let me know and I can pull them out again. Oh, Mel. Yeah, I'm doing really well. I'm having a ball. Grammy Cindy, thank you. I love seeing all of these familiar, I say faces. Um, and so I've been really seeing a new influx of new names too, and that's amazing. Okay, let's see. We'll give it another run in case anyone else would like some. I hope you're doing well, Melson. Good, good. Let me put these little birds back in the bag before they fly away. Did you like that? Oh my gosh. I don't know about you guys, but I have that happen so much. I know. And Ria, I feel that way with you because I swear when I first saw you, it was with inked paper art. B, yes. That is Tim Holtz fabric. It is called, oh, I washed it and the name of the fabric is now on the other side. It is called, it's the Eclectic Elements, and it is called Photo Card. Oh, there we go. You can see the edge. And when I first found it, it was hard to find, but I have found it a couple more times on Etsy. So yeah, every once in a while I have to wash it. That's why it looks a little wrinkled. But okay, so get back to these. We got a pillow And yeah, I was calling these trash cans, and I know, B, but I've gotten lucky with this one. And I found a real pretty Christmas one that I had up, for the holidays. But these are umbrella stands, like Rhea said forever ago. And you're right. I said, I don't know who would have that fancy of a trash can. But Victorians did have fancy stuff, didn't they? Look at this parasol. And I used to call these umbrellas, and I knew they were parasols. Look at that. Anyway, this is a huge pack of beautiful ephemera that came out of these really old. There's a bunch of umbrellas. And we liked those when I showed them at first because we could put them with, some of our ladies. So yeah, that pack is in the buy now. That's $2.49. That's probably one of my favorite ones I have made in a while. So that's how I get all of these images. And recently, oh, that's a great idea. Why have I never thought of that? There's some beautiful pots. Good idea. Um, so recently, though, I have also found a couple websites that I can take images from that are not. Um, I did. Hi, Sisters in Bloom. I did. And so I'm going to put that in all of my shows for a while so that hopefully everyone can keep finding me. Yeah, there's some beautiful ones though. Welcome in, Sisters in Bloom. I'm so glad you're here. So I have found a couple websites that allow you to purchase images and use them, in what I do. So I've been really happy with that. So if you like, we'll get back to these French La Mode magazines. I went through all of those and did all of that and came up with a lot of sets of the sepia, black and white, whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of different shades in the women, and that was fun to come up with that many black and white. And then I have a children's pack that has a lot of these particular children in them. I actually went in and made one with the two boys swinging her, and then I made one with the boys separate. And I am working on a set of colored um, children, um, colors, not black and white. Actually, here is this one right here. Oh, come on. Ooh, I will show you. So there they are. That's what I created from them. Tammy, those are called barons. They were created by Sheila Ginrich from Boho Daydreams. And what they are is a furniture floor protector. I'll show them to you here in just a second. I'm trying to get the kids back in the bag. They don't want to go in. um, a furniture floor protector, and then you put a napkin over the black center part, add layers of triple thick, add bling, and a cabinet knob, and they are the equivalent of a bone folder, only they are much bigger than a bone folder. Let me get some of this moved away. So most of the paper doll collections, the die cuts are all of them are in the buy now. And if there is a particular set you would like to see, you just let me know. Hi, Sherry. Sherry, did I see you? Weren't you in? Yeah, you were in Gina's, probably Renee's too, yesterday, weren't you? I remember your cowboy hat. So what? Well, where did it go? So the idea, I made these covered up hanging file folders. And when I would I'd cut this piece and I'd add glue. And what these do, they become a smoother instead of your bone folder. And B had an awesome, I know, and B had an awesome statement when she said, you have to kind of hold this tighter and around, where this one, it's not as, at least I don't feel like it's quite as hard on your hand. I mean, I'll never not have a bone folder, but this is nice. And I'm trying to remember if I hold it like this or like this. Anyway, this idea was created by Sheila, like I said, and she shared a tutorial on how to make them. And so this is my second batch that I have made. I didn't make a second batch for a while because they are quite time consuming, because there's 3 or 4 layers of triple thick here on top. But isn't that, oh, that sheen is just beautiful. And then every one of them has bling around the edge. This particular one has 2 rows of the little stones. And so, yeah, they're definitely a process. They are made out of furniture floor protectors. Here's the bottom. Oh, didn't get that paint off. And what's nice is everything cleans off of this so nice. That's just paint, because I have to paint these little cushions right here that are now shiny, come black. And the first thing you do is put 2 layers of paint on it so that you don't have the dark color coming through your napkin, because you only use the top layer of the napkin and you'd see more black. And so with the white, it makes them brighter and prettier. So you do that, you add your number of layers of triple thick, and then you have, on most of them, I have a piece of lace or this pretty little medallion. What do you call it? That now that's glued down and stuck down with the last layer of triple thick. Then I come in. I do it a little different than Sheila, because this process just worked easier for me to wait until this fabric piece was dry, and then I came in with what is it? Yeah, with B7000, and adhere the knob. And I mean, these are stuck down, and add your beautiful knob, cabinet knob. I didn't know B7000 existed until I was with Shelley from Paper Swan on one of her shows, And she said this is like more of a jewelry adhesive. And what I loved about this is it's a super teeny tiny fine point under that cap. And I was able to just add glue nicely. Yeah, they are small. And because I used the big old thing of um, B6, what is it? B6000, E6000? Why can't I remember? And I had bought a big old tube of that. And it's been at least 6 months since I made a batch of these. And do you know that stuff wasn't good to use because it had sat so long? Well, luckily, I had bought this and I thought, I'm going to try this. Yes, why can't I? See, I kept wanting to say E, but then I see a B here and then I was getting mixed up. So that E6000, I'm not getting anymore. I'm not going to use that anymore. I am going to stick with the B7000. And it worked beautifully to adhere these cabinet knobs down. So I have got, these were very popular with the first round. The beautiful dark red rose, and it has Paris right here. And that one is there too. And I also have, I'll just find one that's a little different. I also have this one that has more of the flowers, and you can start to see France under here. These I have 23. And do you know what we loved this morning when we went through so many of them? Is that's a perfect price range for a Christmas gift for a friend, a fellow crafter. And I think I'm going to be making them sooner than later since we're moving into the holiday season because I sold quite a few of them this, first thing this morning. This one has this. What's that paper called that you decoupage with? It's not a napkin. I can't. Don't know why I can't get the name in my head. These were not rice paper. The slick stuff. Prima came out with a ton of it. Yes, a tissue paper, but it's thicker. I know there's a name, and I cannot think of it. Anyway, these flowers were pink. I was telling him this morning, and I was even so far as to looking, and instead of putting the bling, I was going to put this pretty little trim around here because it matched so well. But look what the triple thick did. Turned them to an orangey color. And it did it with, oh, I've sold the ones I had out of this napkin, but this is like a gold gilding color. And do you know the triple thick turned it like a seafoam green, but it was still beautiful. Anyway, I'm getting more of these napkins. I fell in love with how they looked and searched and searched to find more of those napkins, and I finally did. Here's the medallion that is on the top of some of them. Like this one. And so there isn't any triple thick on the top of those center pieces. And this is just simply a piece of gold trim. Hang tight just a second. I want to, it's driving me crazy what that paper is called. Well, Prima calls it decorative paper. Oh, here's the piece I wanted to show you. It was driving me crazy that I couldn't remember the name. This stuff. And look at the difference in the color of flowers. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? This is that new, it's a slick paper. And I don't know if I'm going to use more of it because it was a little tougher to get it over the edges. And I don't know how to keep the flowers pink. Once you start adding all the layers of triple thick. So I don't know. But this one, see, it stayed pink. Isn't that crazy? Well, I will put these up in case anyone would like to get one. What I love is, if any of you know Sheriff Steve, he was in the last show that I had the last batch of, or last few, and he named them Fancy. It's a running in case anyone's interested. He called them Fancy Hoity-toity Paper Smoothers. But we had a lot of fun looking at them this morning, and numerous people bought them for gifts for friends. All right, I'll put these over here. We looked at the vellum. We looked at these hangers. I finally, if any of you have been in Gina's shows, you know that she has been selling those somewhat rare marriage publications. And so far, I have bought two. And now I have scanned them. And I love to print them so that you have the 100% full image. So that's why you're going to have the white on the sides. Oh, are you? Did you get some from Gina? And so I was trying to figure out, because I want to do full page, and I was trying to figure out why. Oh, I know, River. They go up pretty high, don't they? Um, so anyway, I got rid of fit to page, and then I was able to get the whole beautiful image. So I have scanned the two that I have bought from her. And if anyone, and look at this, the difference in color. And this is, they actually are different colors like this. The actual um, document. And I couldn't believe it. I had a gal message me a while ago to see if I had scanned any of those marriage documents. And I said, not yet. I'm waiting, for my first one in the mail. And she said, well, as soon as you get them scanned, I want them. Because she knows I have also a huge selection of scanned French documents, not documents. So this I just think the coloring on this particular one is really awesome. 1851. I almost said 1951. So I'll run that in case anyone would like this. I love having the authentic documents and the scanned ones because I think there's a really good purpose for both. And for junk journaling, if you don't want to mess up an authentic document, you can use these that are scanned. In a couple weeks, I'm actually going to do a show with my authentic French. I haven't been buying a lot of new stuff, but when I did a clean out of my craft room, I found more French documents than I realized I had. I mean, they were beautiful and taken care of. They were just all in different places. That's what was driving me crazy. So now I can actually look at what I have. Okay, I'm gonna get it started. Okay, so this is for this. This is a 7-page. I know, B. I can't believe how much I have scanned in the last 9 months. Never had scanned anything before. Okay, I'll run it again. And I love the scanning. And then I go in and my scanner doesn't um, crop them correctly or straighten them out. So I have to go into, I use Photoshop Elements to do all of that. Oh, yes. Yeah, I've also became addicted to Chat GPT. Didn't think I ever would, but I have. And I have been showing Chat GPT some of these documents. And what is so awesome is you find out some of the history. And I want to start adding that to my descriptions so that I can share, what I learned. Here's another one. It's 1852. And Gina, I believe, has said this, and Chat GPT told me this also, that they had to, these publications had to go out, I'm assuming in a newspaper, twice before they could get married. That dressing room journal. Well, I've got to see this, Rhea. I know. I wish we could load photos too. And that's what the notations, some of the notations on the left side are for. That's where they would, I don't know why there's so many on this one, of course, since I can't read French. But um, Gina has said that these are pretty rare. These documents, the originals that she has, and it sounds like she bought a huge box of them. So she's been selling them, and they go up pretty good in price. I know. I could just look. Have you guys ever been to Sunflower Cottage? She has tons of beautiful um, French documents, and I mean, I could, like she says, if you're stressed out or having a hard time, she just looks at her French documents because that writing and just the history and the age. Okay, running this one. This is the second one. And this one is 1852. And guess what? I did win one, Rhea, last. or B, I think somebody said they haven't been able to buy one. They go too high. Thank you, Ria. I'll run it one more time in case anyone wants it. Um, I was able to get one last week, and it's 1817. So I'm excited to get that one. Awesome. Okay. I'm looking at my pile here of things I have pulled to show you guys. This isn't so much a for sale, but I wanted to share what I did here. Okay. Any of you that follow Crafted Pages by Fiora, her last, I know it does. So I think I got lucky and didn't have to pay as astronomical a price. Any of you that saw Fee's Build a Journal, she had taken a piece of ledger paper and covered it in beeswax and had that in the junk journal. Okay. And she showed us how she does it. And I made some test things that I want to try. She actually said she had fabric that she melted the beeswax on. This is the first time I've attempted it, and they can you hear it? And I didn't have beeswax. And when I got my beeswax in, this is what I used for the first few that I made, including these three. These are pages that I put the beeswax on, book pages. But then when Fee showed us how she does it, she uses the fabric pieces. Well, I guess these can be used for, you can put these over like bowls for like a saran wrap. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that's what I kind of was getting at. Oh, oh, thank you, Michelle. So I loved this idea for some reason. And others are saying, but wouldn't it melt in your journal? And it would definitely get soft if you had it out in the heat. But otherwise, I wouldn't be concerned putting this in a junk journal that I kept inside. Yeah, Michelle, there's so many nice ones. I did too, B. Well, I want to do this, right? After Fiora Fee showed us this. So what do? I go and buy a damn 5-pound bag of pellets. Do you know how many? Here's the 5-pound bag. Look at this. Why I thought I needed 5 pounds, I will never know. But what I do know is this is how I roll. I always have to have plenty, I guess, so that I don't run out, even though it would be easy to buy some more. Oh, this bag has a leak. I gotta fix. So I'm trying this the first time. I open up the bee the bee the pellets, the bag, and the bag tips over. And I've got at least a cup of these suckers on my floor. So, well, there was I saw that there was 1 pound bags, 2 pound bags, but no, I had to pick the 5 pound bag. Thank you, Michelle. I'd love to share. I think this creative community on Whatnot is the absolute best. And we all love to share and give tips and whatever. Oh, she is addictive. Yes, I agree. So, I the first round that I made these, I actually weighed out how many pellets it took to do this. Half an ounce. And do you remember how big a bag I said I have? A 5 pound bag. So I decided, in case someone else doesn't want to buy a 5 pound bag, I made little bags of 2 ounces. And so if anyone's interested in some of those, I will get them going. Yeah, and you only need a little bit. You're right. Oh my God, I crack myself up sometimes. But I did go ahead and make these, and I just want to experiment because this is how Feed does hers. I melted the wax onto the fabric, and I guess, and what she showed us in her live was that she, lays that on top of the book page that she wants to wax and then presses it down. But to me, I'm thinking that's more time consuming for me because you have to put the wax on here and then you put it on here where I can just sprinkle some of these little pellets on there and use the iron. And I don't know about you, B, but oh, yeah. But I wonder if, now I forgot what I was going to say. That happens a lot too. Oh, because I bought, like you said, B, I bought a little iron. Um, there it is. This little baby. Of course, there's all kinds of versions on Amazon. But I got to a point where I didn't even put wax paper over the top. I just put this down on the wax beads. And when it's hot, then when I'm done, I just take, paper. I mean, it's hot. Paper towel and wet wipes and wipe it off and see, it's just fine. So, anyway, I don't know. Welcome, Wendy. I don't know who else I've missed, but thank you so much for being here. We are talking about using beeswax on pages. So the last time I made these, I did 2 ledger pages and book pages and sold them all. I'm not going to sell these today until I make some more so that I have these for samples. I know. All right, what do you guys want to see? I'm doing more talking than selling, aren't I? Beeswax, I'll pin that and see if anybody would like a little pack of beeswax pellets. Marcy, welcome. Rebecca. Oh, that's why Rhea said that. She wants some of those. All right, let's run it again. Yeah, I had a lot of interest in the Barons, didn't I? Oh, CC Crafter, thank you so much. So yeah, if you want a little sample to play with, this is perfect. I'll run it again. Susan. Thank you, thank you. Oh, CC Crafter one. And you guys, I've got 5 pounds, so well, maybe 4 3/4 pounds now. So I have plenty, and I am just asking, after whatnot fees and stuff, I just have them priced where I can, for what I paid. Let's run her again. Lori, Jen, welcome. Who else am I missing? P House. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Maritza. All right. Let me check. I don't know how many more listings I have. I don't want to run out. I hate when I run out of a listing. I'm going to update the quantity real quick. It doesn't mean you guys have to buy. I don't mean that. I just want to not run out of the listing. Yeah, got 2. I'm just going to up it to 20 because I know I have plenty of pellets for that. Oh my God. Okay, I'll run it again just in case someone else. Maritza, got it. Thank you, Maritza. We'll run it again. Thank you, guys. This is going to unload some of this beeswax for me. And thank you for the bin purchase. Okay. Perfect, perfect. Run Barons again. New crowd. You got it. Okay, so the Barons are like a bone folder, only you have a bigger space for using. Let me move these out of the way. These are made from furniture floor protectors, and they've been blinged out with the rhinestones, a ton of triple thick. This is what the bottom looks like. So you've got a much wider space that you can smooth with and versus, a bone folder. And they just glide like butter. Let me know if you have any questions. And we're running, and you can have your choice of any of those up there. Oh, Rhea wants another one. Which one would you like? We were talking about how hurry up payday. Row 3. C3, row 3. This one, C3. What's the C for? My brain can't figure it out. Column, duh. Okay, row 3, column 3. Got it. No. Oh, thank you, E. Marcy. Oh, so this is the right one, Rhea? Okay. Yeah, we were. Thank you so much. These are, um, the idea was designed by Sheila Ginrich from Boho Daydreams. Whoop, about flipped it. And she shared the tutorial on how to make them. And at first, I bought one just because they're beautiful. But then, oh, I know, August has been. What is the deal with that? I think because it's so hot and it has 31 days. I know. Um, I bought one just because they're beautiful. Then I started using it. Yes, yes. Sheila, she asked me a lot of questions about selling on Whatnot, and I know she made an account or whatever you call it, and she came into one of my shows just to kind of get an idea. But then she had her retreats and her visit to um, Canada, and she hasn't asked any more questions recently. So I don't know, if that'll happen. It's Sheila Ginrich, Gen. Is it Erich? I believe. But on YouTube, look up Boho Daydreams. Yes, on YouTube. And Facebook. Isn't that right, Rhea and Susan? She is phenomenal with, well, I'm going to sell this one. I have one left. My last show, after going through my craft room, I found an abundance of kits from her. And this is the last one that hasn't sold. But this is what she does. She hand dyes this velvet. Whoop. This is, first of all, here's the piece of velvet. It's big enough for your a junk journal. She hand dyes this. She hand ties this sari. And she has different types of kits. This particular one has more trims than anything. Some of them she has materials, but there's always a piece of cheesecloth that's included. And then you've got the ribbons, and she dyes this beautiful velvet, and included is um, are two beads. And her videos on how to make these charms are amazing. She's made a ton of them. So let me get Rhea's name on this bag. And then if anyone would like that, anyway, that's also a Sheila Ginrich product. Run Barons again. It's a going. I'll get this one in your bag. Oh, Rhea, are you thinking of people that would love one? as a gift. Yeah. Row two. No, row two, three. This one? Let me get it the right way. Hey, I'm figuring out. Look at that Eiffel Tower on there. I really like that. Thank you, Ria. Yeah, I think I'm going to be making more of these soon because you all have loved them. So don't you worry, Marcy. We'll I'll have more if these sell out before you get one. I'll run it. I'll run the Barons one more time just in case. I've got. Whoa. Sometimes the knobs make these suckers roll. Look at that. I don't know how because they should be even weight, shouldn't they? Sheila has even gone so far as to buy really fancy knobs. Yes, I need to get busy. Well, Marcy, I'm going to have a show next Monday, and I am quite certain there will be some left over. I know there will be. Yeah, so you come back next Monday. But Sheila has even used even fancier knobs, but they're a lot more expensive than the ones you see on mine. And I can't decide if that's something, if someone would want a fancier, to pay the price difference for a fancier cabinet knob on top. Does that make sense what I'm saying? All right, so let's see if anybody would like this beautiful, it's like a burgundy cranberry red kit. Where is it? There it is. So yes, this kit has, I think she says this is 2 or 2.5 yards, this beautiful piece that's wrapped around it. And then you've got this beautiful stuff that we all love, the crinkle ribbon. This has 2 pieces of this gorgeous ribbon, the beautiful velvet. Here's a piece of blinged out trim. I need to, let me get this up a little higher. And then we've got these beautiful, if you guys have, I get this stuff from Sheila, but I also get a lot of it from Renee, Diva in the Details. Whoop, she had a show last night, and she sells these India trims and bling pieces. They are just all phenomenal. And your cheesecloth, your velvet's big enough for a journal cover, and then your 2 beautiful little charms. And these run for 47. You just found, okay, found her last night because you said that's how you found me, right? Or was that Gina? Oh, she's very sweet. She was an opera singer. Did you catch her saying that first thing yesterday? I keep forgetting that. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to start this kit. See if anybody would love that. If not, oh, Susan got it. Okay. I'll say if not, I think I'm gonna keep that one because I love red, but I have quite a few. So I thought I would share. Oh, thank you so much, Susan. It's not in as pretty a shape as how Sheila packs these. I don't know how she gets all this in here looking so beautiful like she does with her kits, but she does. Okay, trying to get it back in there. Okay, never mind. I'm going to work on that after the show. I'm going to put it in the bigger bag and get your name on here. Thank you, thank you. Okay, I wanted to see if anyone would be interested in these. Oh, trying to get them over there. Mm. Oh, goodness sakes. These are, I bought these on Whatnot, a fabric store. Oh, okay, Susan. Yeah, I I lost some money on those because she normally puts them on or asks 47 for them. So yeah, I just thought that'd be kind of a way for you guys to get introduced to um, Sheila in case you want to get some of those kits. And do you know, Susan, the only person I do Patreon for is Sheila, and I actually do pay a monthly fee because I love her. I love her stuff so much. I used to do a couple others, but nothing like, yeah, nothing like Sheila. All right, I got these on Whatnot. There is I think it's a mother and daughter team. I don't know if you guys have come across them. Yes, yes, Rhea. But they bought out a fabric store. I hope I'm saying this story right. And they had hundreds of these, and they are fabric samples. Like what you'd bring a sample to show, a beautiful, like boutique sewing shop. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Anyway, still has those on there. I think, depending, I might take those tags off, or would you guys rather have them on there? Because to me, oh, good, Susan. You've shown horses? Wow. Awesome. So I'm thinking, but that's going to be a lot of careful staple removing. Oh my gosh, Susan. So I don't know. Anyway, I Wanted to see if anybody would like some of these. I'll go through them one at a time. I'll just do it that way instead of choice, okay? I'm 65, Susan, so I'm not too far behind you. Let's see. Fabric. There we go. 69. You're 69 and a half. Awesome. It is amazing. I do find a lot of women in our age group on here. I think that's awesome too. And then we have a lot of the young bucks learning all the new stuff. What? Oh, I know, Marcy. You're 60, Rhea? I would have never guessed that. All right, let's start this first one. That's going to be for this one. And if I'm not showing it well enough, let me know, because I got the whole pile here in front of me. It has that beautiful. This one has that silver thread. A lot of the silver thread in this one. I guess I could give you an idea of a size, couldn't I? This particular one is about almost 12 inches wide. And then we've got from the bottom of the scallop, we got 12 inches there. And then, so maybe 18 inches. I'm not sure how far it goes up in there. So that gives you a, kind of a guesstimate. Oh my gosh, Leslie. Isn't that crazy? We're all, yes. We're still going to say Susan's in the 60s club because she just left 60s, right? Let's start this first one. And it's a running. Oh, yeah, see? I somehow just knew it. All right, this next one has all of this beautiful work. You know how, if any of you that follow G Smiley, how she uses this beautiful lace, on the cover to wrap around, not necessarily the cover, but for the wraparound. I'm thinking these would be perfect for that. And you even have some of the netting where you could kind of, scrunch it down like she does. I need to try it sometime. All right, this one's running. So these are supposedly, is what they told us, designer fabrics swatches. Oh, Ari, hi. You're my kiddos' ages. Actually, my youngest kiddo just turned in August 37. That's my youngest baby. Okay, we've got Rhea. Thank you so much. I feel like we're at the perfect age where we know more about what we're actually talking about. and not too old to not be able to do it. Crafting. Look at this one. Amen. Oh, dang it. Oh, that's the other thing I keep forgetting to say, guys. I've got, I told you I went through my whole craft room and all that. I use score tape. I used to make handmade mini scrapbooks, and I used a ton. I mean, like for 15 years, I'd make handmade mini scrapbooks, and I used score tape like crazy. Well, I'm not making as many, and I have an overload of score tape, and I have it 25% less than retail. So if you need some wonderful double-sided tape, there is a bunch in my bin. Thank you for saying that, because I forget to say that I added that. Look at this pretty one. This is like it's not cotton, a real pretty, I don't know what it would be called. Let's run this one. I think this, oh, I don't know why I'm selling this one. Oh, Susan's going to take it. That's all right. Thank you so much. All right. Next, look at this pretty. Look at that. Got a lot of netting, and we've got some pretty material made into flowers with gold sequins. This one's a little longer. I kept the price. They're all $5 starts, no matter how big they are. This one's a little bigger than the others. I had these I was in a raid train for something. Rhea, I know. I am so sorry. Maritza, thank you. Oh, shoot. Yes. If any of you are familiar with Kathy King from Paper Phenomenon, that's who I followed for a very long time. I'm talking like close to 15 years. And she makes these beautiful handmade, I call them mini scrapbooks, with flips and flaps like crazy. And I will make, if you guys are familiar with her or you see one you like, I know, I wish I didn't have a budget. Bang. Yesterday in Gina's show, you wouldn't think I had a budget because she had the most beautiful fabric, some of the most beautiful fabric I've seen. And I bought one of each. Ah, but I just had to have it. Look at this. Beautiful sequins on this netting, pinks and golds. Let's run it. I was tempted, but knew you were coming up with the Barons. Be creative. Thank you. Yep. Oh, I want, I just had to have it. It's my mantra. Uh-huh. Well, she's getting more because it went over like hotcakes yesterday. Thank you so much, Bee. She only bought a yard of each because she made it sound like it's a I just have to have it. I know. I used to always when I had a hubby, I used to always say it was on sale, which I wasn't lying because that's I always look for the best prices. Look at this. I forgot about look at this sheer pink like a tulle with these beautiful little thingies on here. Butterfly and a flower. Look at this butterfly. This is a big piece because this is doubled. Look at that. That's nice. Yeah, I'm the same way, Rhea. I hate to say this, but I got rid of the last one 20 years ago. So he found somebody else he wanted anyway. So that worked out. And I've kind of decided I don't need to. I like myself and I'm okay. Oh, you crack me up, Rhea. River. Oh, you got a goodie. Thank you. Yes. Yes, Marcy. Thank you, River. That's a nice big piece. What have we got here? Look at this. We could have some fun with that with the colors, huh? What have I got? Oh, this comes down. Some of these, it was kind of cool. I haven't kept very many, but I did. These are like the different, like for if this was a swatch, then they also included the different shades that it came in. And do you know how easy it would be to incorporate these little pieces for like a pocket or, gosh, you can think of a lot of things, can't you? That's kind of fun. If you like sparkles and glitter, which I do, this is a goodie. All right, let's run this one. Yeah, I know. I know. Sometimes I'm like, somebody needs to tell you to stop, but I don't want anybody to tell me to stop. You know that fight in your head? Well, the angel and the devil. Rhea, thank you. And then I see what my checking account balance in, and then I'm like, well, okay, the angel wins. I gotta stop until I get some more in. Look at this. Okay, so this is folded in half, but this is the width. Oh, we had one similar, didn't we? That had that little ribbon. I know. That's why I couldn't stop when they were selling these. This is ones are running. This this is why I do stay off Whatnot more than I used to because I mean there's always something I want. Too many options. Rhea, thank you. So what do you guys know? I am wanting to scan fabric. A lot of the fabric I have is over 100 years old. Yes, eye candy, exactly. A lot of the fabric that I'm going to start with is over 100 years old, so I know I don't have to worry about copyright. Look at that. Those are pretty. Got your little silver sequins in there. That's pretty. Okay, let's run this one. And so I feel like Gina's fabric is so beautiful. I want to somehow be able to use it, as a page. You bought cookies on here? Yeah. I want to somehow scan her beautiful fabric and use it, but I know it has copyright. So is that where you have to go in? And Gina was saying yesterday, that's where you go in and you have to basically create a digital using that. What have we got here? This is stapled together down here. I think I think we have two pieces that are this width and really long. You've bought vitamins? Yep. Candy cases. Yes. I know. Okay, I'm going to run this one. So do you guys know anything about copyright of what you have to do as far as being careful with copyrights and not do what you won't do, or shouldn't do? Oh, I love that bee. I'm staying away. I have to brag a second. Well, first of all, I'm a plus size gal, but I've lost 20 pounds. I'm working on some weight loss. And so I'm kind of excited right now about that. Oh my gosh, my teeth are horrible. Thank you. And I'm not using Ozempic. I I'm just trying to my daughter helped me understand that I've become kind of stagnant because I love doing this and selling, making things and selling on whatnot, that I didn't move around much, you know? And I just kept gaining even more weight after I retired. And so cleaning out my craft room and moving around and getting stuff done like that has helped. Plus, I'm not eating any candy, which is a major downfall of mine. I think we had one similar to this, didn't we? Two robes. That's amazing. 150 pounds. That's amazing. Wow. I've considered all of that. And this just happened to start happening. So I thought, I'm just going to enroll and see how far I can, take it this way. Probably I don't feel like, and my daughter agreed, that I overeat, but I do like candy. Yes, I know. It changes so much, doesn't it? Especially the older you get. 150 pounds, that's amazing. I have a long way to go. And I know how to lose weight because I've done it, off and on my entire life. But it's been in the last 10 years that it's really gotten more. Okay, let's start. This one's a running. My son in law is on the Ozempic shots, and he's had a wonderful time with it. And he has, look at this one, and he has done well, very well on it. I went to a weight loss doctor. Woo, that's got some shimmer. Look at that. Those are beautiful. Wow. But I think I was 63 when I went. And to be able, and that's probably like about the time I'll run this one while I'm yakking. Started hearing more, about Ozempic. And my insurance, I was on shitty Obamacare insurance and it isn't covered. Ooh, Michelle is taking this one. That is some shimmer. That's like what you'd see on a stage, a backdrop or a birthday party or something. Um, and it wouldn't cover it. But they told me that Medicare does a better job at covering. And I turned 65 in April and I'm on Medicare. Thank you, Lord. I worked for a utility company for 35 years. And when you retire, they don't actually provide the insurance, but they do give you an amount for each year to use to go towards insurance. So I went through Obamacare. And do you know, in 2019, I was on the gold plan and I had money left over at the end of the year. And when last year, when I stopped using them, or well, this year in April, I had to pay, I was on the bronze plan, which is the lowest, and had to pay for 4 months of the year. That's how much it has gone up since I retired in 2019. So I was very excited to turn 65. Yeah, here we go. I'm running this one. I think we had something similar to this earlier too with the silver thread. Huge change. Ria, thank you. Okay, just one more of those. Thank you, ladies. I'm glad you liked them. Wow. It gave them all a chance. Monjuro for type 2 diabetes, and they stopped covering the meds. Went to 1,200 a month until my sugar was not controlled by, oh my God. It's just insane. It's so bad. And I think, how do my three kids, they all have families, how do they survive with the cost of everything? But there's, of course, they're still all working and they have good medical insurance opportunities with their companies. And I did too when I worked. All right, this last one's a running. Look at those pretty little flowers. Ah, I'm catching up on notes. Wow, that's not good, Ari. How can that be, Susan? Jeez. a copay card. If you have commercial insurance, try going to Brand Med site, and so look up the actual um, prescription name. Is that what you mean, B? Thank you, River. I was catching up on notes. Sorry. And look, I've knocked all the barons over. You guys just let me know if there's someone that comes in that wants to see a baron. Whoop, closer. Whoa. Come here, guys. Now settle down. Let me know and we can look at those. Look, that one wants to roll. Oh. Okay, Susan. Rhea, that's my oldest daughter and son-in-law. They don't have prescriptions for or copays on meds either. Well, hell, when in the 80s when I got married to my kid's dad, mid 80, the we both worked for the same utility company. We both ha- um, paid for health insurance, as a family, as we started, of course, with the kids. And do you know back then, they'd run it through his insurance and then they'd run it through my insurance, and we paid zero for anything. That doesn't happen today, does it? Letting them get away with that, letting people do that, I mean. Okay, good information in the chat, ladies. Okay, are any of you familiar with Tim Holtz? Are any of you familiar with Paula Cheney, who is on a design team member for Tim Holtz? Well, oh, I didn't know that, Rhea. I'm gonna have to go to that. Go. I'm gonna have to look for myself. Go to the medicine website. Why don't they? Why don't they share this? Medicine website for copay? Hmm. Yeah, a savings card. 90% of your meds are free. Well, that's awesome. Well, yeah, and I've had one fill since I turned 65. And I didn't, well, compared to Obamacare, I paid a whole lot less for the 3 month prescriptions. Look for savings or copay. I think this is a wonderful topic to be talking about. Wow. Yep. Isn't that crazy? Michelle, wow. Now, when you say commercial insurance, do you mean is commercial insurance considered what a big company can offer? Yeah. Oh, isn't this wonderful to share all this? Gosh. Let's see. I got to go back. Look for copay or s- saving or copay. Okay. I'm making myself some notes. Yeah. It definitely adds up. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. I think I got everything I could get. I've got, yeah. Wow. Well, that's awesome. I saw in the news yesterday that I don't know if it's true or not, but that Trump is wanting to, let's see, if you're 65 and your house is paid off, then you wouldn't have to pay property tax anymore. I only have the I'm 65 part right now. It's not quite paid off because I was silly and had to move to a house closer to our fireworks. Okay. I don't think Obamacare is, I don't know how people that don't have the help like I had, from the company I worked for, I don't know how anyone can afford it. Those are state taxes. It's commercial. I'm trying to keep up with it. Our property tax by the state, not Fed. Uh-huh. Oh, so that means Trump can't make that decision? Yeah. Isn't it something? I'm just glad I'm smart enough to know to not to believe most of the cruddy stuff on Facebook. And I feel like I'm not silly enough to fall for, the gimmick stuff. Thank God. It's too scary right now with everything. All right. Do we want to look at anything else or do we want to call it a day? Old Woman's Club. Yeah. Older. No. I love that you guys are talking about this because anything that can benefit anyone is important to me. I love it when we have conversations like this. Okay, Susan, not old, older. With a 35-year-old. Yeah, who said nap time? I like that. Vintage, yes, yes. Vintage club. We're vintage. I love naps. The vintage club. I love it. I'm so glad you all are here and we've had a really fun show. I've been on for 3 hours, haven't I? That went fast. I know. You want them to take a nap, they won't. Well, all right, ladies. I'm watching my world championship horses. I would not be able to sit still this long. Oh, aging gracefully since the 1900s. Love it. At the Kentucky State Fair. Wow. Are you at the fair? Okay. Yep, yep. That's our tagline. I love it. Okay, I gotta find it again. Aging gracefully since the 1900s. Couldn't we say aging gracefully since the 1950s? Oh, I'm writing it down. Since the 1900s. Yeah, this is what I love so much about this community. Or later 1900s. Oh, aging gracefully since the mid 1900s. Okay, since the mid. There we go. So there you go. Mid is 50, 1950. So we're good. I thought that would catch most of it. Plus, I'm not going anywhere they pay people to annoy the crap out of me. Yeah, I consider mid starting at 1950, right? So that, welcome to the Vintage Club, aging gracefully since the mid 1900s. Yep, that sounds old. Oh, God, I love it. Maritza, are you part of the, like, fine wine? Yeah. Are you part of our 1900s group, or are you a young buck? Mm. Like, um, where did she? Ori. She's 30. I think you said 35. She's our young buck today. Oh, you're a young buck. Oh my gosh, Maritza, yes. You're younger than my kids. So you're definitely a young buck. My youngest is, what did I say? 30, she's 37. She just turned 37 the middle of August. My son. Yes, they do. My son is going to be 40 next April. I can't believe it. Oh, I'm so glad you guys like it here. This is an amazing group. Our son was born in 94. I'm vintage enough to be your mama. Yeah. Oh, my first daughter was born in 79, and I was 17 when I got pregnant. I was 18 when I had her. One of those silly, well, I'm not going to call it silly because she's the absolute best thing. Yeah, this I love conversations like this. I think I've said that 300 times, but I do. Maritza and Ari are our young ladies. Really? And for whatever reason, Susan, I love it. Sometimes having to stick them on the mat and run them through the machine one by one, well, there's three ladies on a sheet, gets a little, ugh, but I love the end result. Yeah. In that, we're the opposite. Yeah. I love, oh, thank you, Susan. Yeah. Those die cuts are, paper slash paper dolls are one of my favorite things. It's really become a passion to find more and more. But now I'm kind of at the point that I don't want any more images. Hi, Devious. Man, you've missed a great conversation. All of you have that are just coming in. We have been having an awesome conversation. We kind of died out on running auctions and we're just talking. It has been fantastic. Only only cut out horses to stick on things. Love it. Yeah, we've actually gone through and looked at a lot of stuff, but we've just been having a wonderful conversation. We have decided, those of us that have been born 1950 or later, are part of the aging Welcome to the Aging Gracefully Club. Wait, I'm getting it wrong, B. Aging Gracefully since the mid 1900s Club. Welcome to the vintage. I didn't write that other part down. Oh my God. And we know of two that are in their 30s. So they are our young bucks. But there's what, five or six of us that are part of this Aging Gracefully group. KMF, I haven't seen you forever. Hi, Zach's mom, welcome. Devious, that would be you, the Aging Gracefully. There we go. Welcome to the Vintage Club. Aging Gracefully since the mid 1900s. Love it. So, Devious, are you in the. Oh, yay! KMF, yay! Devious, are you in our Vintage Club or are you a young buck? We do need shirts. Yep, you're in our Aging Gracefully group. Yep, yep, yep. Wouldn't t-shirts be awesome? I took a screenshot too, Susan. You are Zach's mom? Good. I like how B wrote it. Welcome to the Vintage Club, aging gracefully since the mid 1900s. That sounds vintage, but not, you know, 100. Yeah, I started to write that down. Welcome to the Vintage Club. I wonder, I think, most of you know Paper Swan? And she now has t-shirts. We need to have her, because she'd be in our club too. She's, I think, my age. Welcome to the Vintage Club, aging gracefully. Wonder if she could make us t-shirts. I'm writing. Stretchy shirts, yes. Yes. That's the only kind to have, isn't it? But then, okay, so how do we incorporate our young bucks? Oh, Bean, I just saw your comment. I even have some patina on my hands and face. It's called foxing. Oh my God, you're right. I do too. Oh, shoot. We're outnumbered. I know. Welcome to the Vintage Club, aging gracefully since the mid 1900s. And our counterparts, our young bucks, gracefully aging since the late 1900s. Yeah. Currently accepting future applicants. Following close behind us. There you go. And our young bucks following, and our young bucks taking in all our wisdom. Oh, devious. We are, today was my launch of second round of these barons. Yes. And the young ones are learning from the best. Yeah, I know. We've turned more into a social gathering than anything else right now. So anyway, Devious, are you familiar with what these are? These are called barons. Yes, it has. And they are used like a bone folder, only they are made from a furniture floor protector. It has been fun. And so I made a new batch, and we spent a lot of time on that. They were very welcomed. Zach's mom, yeah, the idea was created from Sheila Ginrich with Boho Daydreams, and she shared the tutorial on how to make them. Yeah. And I had made a first round, I don't know, gosh, I don't think it's been a year, but it's been something, a bit. And so I just made this new set, and we've decided I need to make more, even because Christmas, the holidays are coming, and multiple ladies grabbed more than one for a gift. They are they start at 23, which is what most of you paid. We don't have to fight. We can just buy one and pick the one you want. And then they would get extras. Yeah. Thank you, Devious. So yeah, I'm going to yeah, it's perfect. That's what I was going to say. Um yeah. Um See, I lost my track of my mind again. Young bucks, that's one of the problems of being in this group. Um Good Lord. That we would can't remember what I was going to tell you. I know it was important. I know. Oh, shoot. Yes. Has the North Carolina one happened? Wasn't that at least one that Sheila would have been at? Yes, 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 that's right. They were on the more on the East Coast, southern East Coast in May, right? There we go. Okay. Biloxi. Is Biloxi, Mississippi? I should know this. Yeah. My oldest granddaughter is 20, and she has moved to Mississippi. That might be a really good reason to go. Sheila really she really talked to me a lot about the one in um, South Carolina or whatever it was. And I just couldn't hit the go button for some reason. Now, the one Cambria, California, that's the one that Renee and Gina are going to be at. Hi, K Dodge. Thank you. That's so sweet of you. I miss seeing you. I got those beautiful 4th of July items, though, from your friend, and I loved every one of them. So, is the Cambria one the one that Gina and Renee are going to be at? If you guys answered, I missed it. I'm actually thinking pretty hard on that one. They were adorable. Andrea's running it? Yeah, all of that 4th of July. I've for the last quite a few years, 4th of July is my fascination over even Christmas, if you can believe it. So thank you so much for the raid. But we have probably just been sitting here in conversation for at least 30 minutes. And I think, I hate to leave the conversation because it's been so fun, but we're going to be signing off here pretty soon. So River, you're going to be at the one in California. We're talking about scrapbook, junk journal, paper conventions, or I guess that's, what do you call them? All right, guys. I hate to break it up because we've had so much fun, but now my puppies are wanting to go outside. All of you come back next Monday and let's have some more wonderful conversation. And we might even buy some things too, right? Thank you, Michelle. If any any of you that join Paper Swan tomorrow night, I think she's having a show tomorrow night. I'll be there. And we'll tell her about the our new club. And any of those that are born in the mid 1900s. You can't find her shows? Paper Swan. Let me look here. I got too much crap around my mouse and I'm having to pick it up instead of just being able to move it. Oh, bye, Susan. Thank you so much for being here. Paper Swan. Yep. She's got 4 listed, and she does have one tomorrow night. Starting at 7:30. But if I know her, it will push further later. That's the one thing we love about each other is she's a total night person and I'm a total not night person. Well, thanks again, everyone. It's been wonderful. I hope I see y'all um, next Monday and we can continue this great conversation. Thank you, B. Do we want to raid into somebody? Let's see what we have got here. Well, do you guys know anyone that you'd like to raid to? Oh, it picked for me. I I did too, Bria. Half yards in a hurry. Junk journaling junkie. Absolutely wonderful name. Okay, I'm just going to end the show. Love y'all. Loved this morning, and we'll see y'all soon. Bye bye.